Hi everyone, Lord Crew here, and welcome to my channel. So the topic for today is about the weekend rank analysis for week 135. So without further guys, let's proceed. So first of all, we will gonna start with a gods matchup, and followed by the matchup for the archetype, and then the final will be about the net decking for the weekend rank top 20. Okay, and now for the gods matchup, as you can see, the current number one god now, so far now it's light, which is having a 53.6 percentage. And the good news about this one, it's like he's not like he's the third most popular gods, but still managed to get to the a one of the highest win rate, followed by War, who has having like a popularity uh the most popular. It's just like 1% higher than nature. So we all know that for the past couple of months or almost a year, nature is always the most popular deck because you can like build a lot of budget deck and highly competitive in a mythic rank, especially on weekend rank. But now, as you can notice, they are like almost like identical, but War is dominating. Why? Because I believe War has a good win percentage versus Light, and which is currently the most third most popular deck. And we all know last week everything was dominated by Magic. Magic has been like 40% popular, and they have like above like 58 or 57 win rate, and even on the top 20 it was like 95% all Magic player. They had a nerf last Wednesday where the hatchling, the key Leyhorde hatchling, and the crystal rain, even the damage of the wind breath, and some of the main what they buff during the core refresh for Magic, they nerf it back. And that's what happened now. And that's, as you can see, uh, they are now in the bottom. Last week they're the top. Now they are the bottom, lowest win rate. But don't get befooled because this is like an overall Magic. There are still archetype. Magic archetype are dominating. And as you can see, Nature has been like the third now. Last week he was the second. Now he's like the second still. Uh, Deception and Death were both have like a 9% in popularity, 14 and 81%. But don't get wrong that they're still weak because what I like about this weekend rank is all of the gods managed to enter the top 20 here. Okay, so let's go now to the archetype. So as you can see here, the for the archetype, like I mentioned, like don't get befooled. Magic is on the bottom, like poorest win rate. But as you can notice here, he has like the 62.9 highest percentage and like a 1.1. Think of it. I believe this will be another board wipe deck meta. So usually, for example, in the past, board wipe deck having like 2% in popularity and like having this 60% win rate. I feel like he's like he will like somehow replace this board wipe deck meta. And as you can see, even clone magic, the portal clone magic, even has like a 55 percent win rate. So the top two archetype are the magic still, even though they are like poorest in the win rate total for all gods. Now let's go to the I think the most they said like the OP god or OP archetype for this weekend are the control light and the aggro light. And as you can see, control light is the third one, and they're like both 55%, and then the agrolite are 53%. And if you can notice, board wipe tech is still here. They're like only the still 2% of the players still played board wipe deck. I think they trying to still make a comeback, but the sad part for them, they have like a poor win rate versus we all know they are like a poor win rate versus any aggressive deck. That include the light one. So if you check with the aggro light, as you can see, he has like poor win rate with even the top two ones, even on the top three, and even on the top five. Like they literally have, and even like for the war guys, and the even the war aggro or the war one. And I believe this current meta is not about control meta type, even though we have a control light. uh as a I believe this week meta is more about aggro. And that's the main reason why we have aggro magic. Control light for me, I still consider it aggressive. It's just like they have like additional two cards that consider them a control deck, but technically I believe that they're like mid range or but still aggressive one, not a control type. Control type literally controlling the board and then use your finale cards to kill your opponent. But this one is like you're relying with creature heavily, control the board and attack it. So that's like this is a meta of aggro meta for in this way. And the good thing about this one is, as you can see, there are lots of positive 50% here. For all the work archetypes, they are like positive. They even have like a positive for nature, only one. But there is still 49.8% for like the aggro, or 50% still on the aggro nature. So everything is aggressive, and everything has like a good win rate now compared in the past, or especially last week for the tempo one. And this is like the archetype. So if we check archetype close by one, so if we check that, board wipe, and the zombie are like two dominating decks still. Good win rate for the board wipe deck, 2%. Popularity. Uh, and then for the deception, we have like popularity for the let's see for the so we have still the Hidden Rush as the highest win rate, but Order mid-deck. So don't be get fooled. Even though they are like 49 or 48%, there's still a Deception deck will enter the top 20. Light, we all know it's like either Control Light, Aggro Light are like the most popular one. Magic, it's been lifted by the Aggro and the Clone Magic, but technically the Control and Card Draw are getting poor performance because after of the nerf. And the nature one, for the nature, there's still two deck that has about 50%. That's the aggro and regen. Regen and aggro are the same. It's just like regen, they're using trial of Hydra. I think that's how you be considered as a regen nature if you use trial of Hydra. Aggro are literally more aggressive one with using wildfire, and the mid range is still popular, but still 49.7%, still a high win rate for him. And then the last one is the war. As you can see, the war is literally dominating, not literally dominating, but because of like the budget, you can like create a budget deck using war, and that's why it's getting popular. And because he has like a good counter with light, and as you can see, Agro has like a good counter with light. As you can see, has like good win rate versus the light one. And that's the main reason why they getting popular. If there are lots of player playing nature and light, and you have a good win rate to them, and as you can see, I think on nature they have like a poor win rate, but they have a good win rate in light here. Now, if we're gonna go now to the top 20 net decking. So good news. This is the only weekend rank. I always do a weekend rank analysis, and finally I see all the gods in the top 20. What I mean is like not like compare before. Everything is dominated by board wipe deck, everything is dominated by war, everything dominated by nature, and then there are like certain gods are not entering the top 20. Magic is sometimes in, sometimes out, but the two most one is like light and deception. There are times they are not even, and for the long time since the sleep deception meta, finally Deception is coming back now in the top 20. So overall in the top 20 weekend rank, we on the top 20, I think the meta for the week 135 is light. It's dominate technically on the top 20 there are like 7 of them who enter the top 20. Four of them are the control light, and three of them are aggro light. So total of seven. Okay, compare last week, it was like 19, 19 players who entered the top 20 using magic. But now at least we have like a diversity of gods here. Yes, the number one and rank two are lights. And that's it. And for magic, there are like three. three people will enter the top 20 using magic, and that's the aggro one, the one with the highest win rate so far, the magic one. There are only one nature will enter the top 20, and it's an aggro version. We have war, two war, still the control war, the popular control war still entered one, and one frenzy aggro. And then we have and this is like a shocking to me, on death, they are like one board wipe and two zombie deck who enter the top 20. And for the deception, finally, for the deception, there are like four deception deck who entered, and there are like a variety of it. So one is a sleep deception, followed by an order deception, and then two aggro deception. So we will gonna do a check, verify the top 20, and see what will be the let's see what will be the best deck to copy playtest for the next weekend deck. And who knows, currently now maybe light, but who knows, maybe the magic aggro will win, or there will be more deception now, more zombies now. And but the good thing is it's a diverse top 20 rank. And as you can notice, nobody get perfect, only two got 24, only two get 23 wins, and the rest are like 22 and 21. And there are lots of 21 in above 20, even me. uh, I'm also at 21. So if we gonna go check, see, this is like the if we go further, there are lots of 21. The entire 21 to 40 are 21s, and who knows, there might be a variety of like war, nature, and player are that there in that from 21 to 40. But on the top 20, we will guess the one. So the first thing that we gonna highlight is the number current rank 1, 24 out of 25. Agrolite Nomi. I like his deck because this is like a budget deck. Why? Because the only thing that is a non-core welcome or divine order is canonized. So I created a YouTube video. I told him, "Oh, this is like a budget deck." And this is nice because why I mentioned budget deck, because he only has core, welcome, and divine order. Uh you just replace canonize with the prayer, and then you already have like this budget. That's how I consider budget deck, because the good thing about budget deck, why? If you are free to play player, you just have to level up and play weak enough, and no need for you to buy spend money. You can like get all the cards by just playing. Let not about buying, but just playing, and you will get rewards, right? Like leveling up rewards and weekend rank rewards, and you may get all the cards by just playing. Now canonize is because it's no longer a close expansion, means technically you have to purchase this one, and you cannot get this one by just playing. So technically you have to sell your cards and buy one to get it one. But for me, this is like literally a budget. As you can see, it's because there are like majority, like 95% of them are like core, welcome, and divine order. And if he managed to get 24 wins, you can like have like a good result. You can like replay. I know currently vexing vicar are expensive, but that's always normal if there's a new card, new release of card, especially a new core card. They're like literally expensive because only few people have it, and you need two for you to sell it. And that's the thing, you need two for you to forge it and sell it, right? And okay, so next one, this is Upo Hisoka. I mentioned it for my another video. I played the exact deck. I managed to get 21. I feel like I will get 23 wins or 22 if without the power disconnection. Lucky, I'm getting unlucky, but I like the deck, especially the Zelos and prayer combo on endgame, because sometimes in aggro, if the game reached 6 mana and above and you're still playing, means you already now on the downslope. Like means you will the opponent, especially control, will win the game. And the good thing is on turn 7 you still have hope. You can like play this one and literally do a comeback. And there was a moment that, especially versus deception, I already have like down to 2 cards. Turn 7 I play Zealous March, followed by next turn prayer, I win the game. I deal 20 damage. And try to check my YouTube video about this one. And I like this one. This is like literally still aggro at the beginning, board control aggro. And there are times like part of my discussion, like, do we really need Zealous March? Because there was moment there, my viewers like telling maybe drop Zealous March. But there, after that discussion, I managed to use Zealous March and the Desperate at the same time, and managed me win the game. So it's like an option to you guys. Literally go for aggro by just removing Zero Smash and replace it. Okay, this is what makes them a control light, technically because of the Zero Smash. Removing it, you are considered aggro. Same playstyle with aggro. So we have this, the aggro magic are getting one of the highest win rate. And HB, as you can see, uh, he managed to get a 23 wins here, not 24. And I think the main combo or this one is the Aether Snap and playing a lot of one casting cost and two casting cost spells, especially probably combo with Dharmar, it will deal infinite one damage because every time you cast a spell, the Aether bugs will deals one damage randomly to each. Wow, deals one damage to a random character. So if you manage to clear the board and the god you can like still uh play spell, draw cards, play spell, draw card until you finish your opponent using that combo. That's like literally the idea. Do an infinite 1-1 damage. It can be an OTK, it can be a series of 1 damage. Because the good thing, the Aether Bag has Ward, means they cannot be killed. You need two spells to kill one, and that's it. So I think this is like a combo deck, not literally an aggro. This is not about attacking but literally about a combo deals one damage here. The main reason why it's called aggro because technically if you have like the all-seeing eye palace one, you're considered card draw. But removing those card, you see there's no all-seeing eye in palace, relying on a lot of one and two casting costs, maybe they consider it already as a aggro one. But it's not more about attacking. This is more about a spell combo. So control light similar to the almost similar. I think I'm not quite sure. Are they the same? Yep, they're like the same. Same with Hisoka one. Uh, Agro nature, the only nature entered the top 20. This is more aggro. They have using wildfire, blade, revivification. Majority of this one are summon creatures. Revivification, blade of fire, falling star, and then a lot of one casting cost and two casting cost, and pump them using wildfire. Some the regen nature they added a trial of Hydra to boost more. So there's a good win rate for this one. The next one, this is like sleep. It's a mid-range deception, but technically this is like a sleep deception. Demogorgon and Witherfinger both do sleeps, and then the rest are like literally. So who knows? The sleep deception may come back. Demogorgon now has a partner. The problem with the old sleep deception, they're relying on Polyhemia for late game, and Demogorgon. That's the only two finishers. So if you kill Demogorgon once they cast it, you already you have managed to counter them. But FYI, they have the two more creature that do sleep now. Witherfinger. So imagine I play Demogorgon sleep and then followed by Witherfinger next turn sleep. It was like a good combo this one. So I will try this one. I think this is a must try sleep deception. So kudos. There's a comeback now of deception. Control light, same light. They're like on the same team. I don't know if they're on the same team. They playing the same deck. So aggro light, aggro magic, same concept. Aether snap. Using this is like a Aether snap combo, magic combo. Same with the other one. So this is like the another aggro version. Control War, old style Control War, but they remove Hector. We all know Hector and Granol has been nerfed, so it's been removed now here. So that's what happened, but still same play style as ever. I believe they're gonna rely now on strength in numbers here for the late game win, but literally a still almost the same. Grand Hole has been nerfed and Hector, and they've been removed. Uh, Same thing, the agrolite here, same as the rank 3 one. Aether Snap combo here. Yep, Aether Snap, summoning a Aether Bug and do a lot of spell damage. So now we're on the top 11 now. We have the only board wipe deck who entered the top 20, but this is a different board wipe deck. This is a creature heavy board wipe deck because because of there are lots of light. Technically, they have Region of Dawn, and there are lots of warded creatures. Sleep now is becoming difficult now for a board wipe deck, and so I like the idea of this creature board wipe deck. So I think long past before I created a creature board wipe deck, because I know the original board wipe deck is relying on sleep. Now you're relying on creature to control the board until it goes to 7 and 8 for like the board wipe, and then play your end game like Polyhemia. So I have a version of this one, so I might try this another one also, creature board wide deck. So they have like zombies, necroscepter, just like to add more creature on the board. But on turn 7, they gonna reset it and then play their biggest minion. So it has a good win rate there. So another one is Control Light, same with same team, same deck. Agrolite, a variation of Agrolite. The number one rank as more on budget. This one is has more expensive card. They have Netherborn Binder, Pyramid Warden, and they even add Highborn Knight here. So this is like the expensive version of Agrolite. Okay, so that's why I like the first one, Core and Welcome. This one is like the best of the best, adding the best of the one casting cost, two casting cost, three casting per light, and then you have this aggro light. Of course, you would never go wrong with Netherborn, one of the best one casting cost with big stats. You never go wrong for a two drop Pyramid Warden. You never go wrong with the four turn Highborn Knight, one of the OPS. If Vexing Vicar is great, meet his older brother Highborn. So it's like all the expensive card, put it in, make it as an aggro. Zombie Death. For the first time, there is a zombie in the top 20. And this is like a different variation. And as you can see, I like the Overseer Vitality because this one can kill the Zealous of March. If opponent plays Zealous of March, you can like kill all those Acolyte because this is a -2 health there. It literally bypass ward and protect. I like this idea of and they have like Takat to return those. This is like a little bit expensive a zombie, but as you can see here, it's if you manage to get on the top 20, means this is like a reliable zombie deck. Another Order Deception. Finally, Order Deception, since the release of Divine Order, finally it enters now on the top 20 here. Usually the Order Deception are being like easily be defeated by either the Control War and Board Wipe deck, but there's no Board Wipe deck, so they are managed now to be added now or enter now the top 10 for the first time. So this is the first time I seen Order Deception enter the top 20. So congratulations to Random Ryan for making it up. So the Deception Lover, congratulations. Means he managed to enter the top 20. You know, so you can like do it the same thing. So another zombie deck. Finally, for the first time, zombie deck. Like I said, this is the only week that there are unperforming archetype. We know good, but finally enter now the top 20. And as you can see, another zombie tech. This is like a budget version, I believe. Not budget because they have Neferu, but finally, zombie are now entering the top 20 and replacing board wipe deck. That's a nice thing to know here. As you can see, he has not a good win rate, but he managed still to enter the top 20 here. So another Agrolite by M West, the expensive version of Agrolite with Pyramid Warden, Highborn Knight, and with Master of Indulgence, canonized, as you can see, 0.5. Compare with the other one, it's 0.03, 0.03, and this one is 0.5. Like, wow, expensive. Another agro deception, another variation. So we seen already the third variation of deception entering now the top 20. Agro deception here, literally more on like I believe this is like a mid range, but this was considered like agro, but a little bit expensive. 0.2, as you can see, they have like pyramid, netherborn. Like I said, netherborn is one of the best one casting cost minion, best to casting cost minion pyramid. So that if you have it, play it. It can be good in aggro and in control. And as you can see, and the good thing is, there's another guy who copy. I don't know who got first, but as you can see, almost identical deck. They are like identical deck. They managed to enter the top 18 and 19, and they're like literally identical to each other. As you can see, Reflection Elementalist. I think this will get popular soon. It's also expensive, And then the last is one of our Filipino, he's one of our Filipino community. He's also a viewer of mine, and I think his name is Polo Champ, and he managed to enter the top 20 using a frenzy aggro. So you see, there's like a diversity on this weekend. Congratulations to everyone. This is like literally more on weapon and Vikings all at the same time. Like Defiant, Leviathan. This is not a little bit budget because this is like a Genesis cards. But still, I think it's cheaper because it's 0.08. But if you're gonna go more cheaper, go for the 0.03 Agrolite by my version, just replacing Canonize with Prayer, it becomes 0.02. That's what I know. Okay. So that's it for the weekend act. So what will be the next week? There will be still light. There will be the same. If there will be light, there will be war because war counters light. Nature. Let's see if the comeback of nature. The good thing is mid range is not good for this meta because the game style for this week is more aggressive, literally aggro. There's only one deck that's dominating that is not that literally real aggro. It's the magic aggro, but that's more on a card draw. It's like spell. Every time he casts spell, draw a card spell, he will deal one damage. It's like a combo magic one. The Aether Bag combo. So who knows? So if there's no nerf on the light, we might have like experienced this diverse one because as long as there's light, board wipe deck is away, and there will be a uprise of the other deck that can counter light like war, other aggressive one here. And I believe, I hope they don't nerf yet the light. It's not literally OP because as you can see on the archetype, they're like 50% win rate, like 53% win rate archetype. They also have weaknesses. And that's why if we compare here one on the archetype here, like for all, as you can see, what I like about here, you see a lot of red and orange and green in all kinds of archetype. You see, even the aggro has red and green, not like before, like everything is green, everything is 80%, everything is 70%. That was like literally one-sided archetype. But here, the archetype is literally being spread out. Even though also like you like zombie and deception, even though they are like a red one, they manage still to enter the top 20. Not compare in the past where board wipe deck, uh, uh, war control archetype, everything are all those kind of deck that you see in top 20, but in the finally for the first time we have a diverse top 20 weekend rank, and even like the unexpected like zombie deception are entering now the top 20. Yes, control light is there's a good big buff for control light on the light one, like especially the shield bearer or all those core refresh new version of card, but because of them it it makes the other like the OP deck like board wipe deck and control stay at bay, and there was like an uprise with the other cheaper or aggressiveness of the other meta type. So I believe we expect more if there are 1.1% of those Aether aggro magic, the Aether bag, it will, I believe it will increase more. There will be an increase in light player deception, and if zombie manage, other player might try zombie in the weekend rack. So who knows? Uh, we might see the same archetype, but there might be a changes in ranking. It depends on like how many player we're gonna concentrate on playing on that one. But one thing that I'm for sure prepare for the aggro magic, it's 1.1%. Who knows? They become 2%, or maybe all the board wipe deck will jump to there, or all the war control. So if we check even the war control, like where's the war control here? War control it's 4.2. Same, the war control is almost the same. And board wipe deck and the war control, they are like the same percentage for the past couple months. So they never shifted. They never moved to other. They stay using their own deck. Like probably HP and other top deck, they stayed. So but who knows, they might move, and then we might see the changes in the win rate for each archetype. Guys, if you have like a questions or suggestion, kindly please leave a comment. And if you like the video, please subscribe and like. And see you next time. And thank you for watching.